Hello, my name is Nour Akhras. I'm a pediatric infectious diseases physician, and I wrote a book called Just One, A Journey of Perseverance and Conviction. In 2011, when the Arab Spring had reached the Middle East and North African regions, Syrians took to the streets to protest against the brutal Assad regime and were met with bullets and force. After that, that sent the country into a decade long or over a decade long civil war, and Syria became the biggest exporter of refugees the world had ever known. Syrian refugees traveled across Europe in the millions, and that's sparked off anti refugee and anti immigrant sentiments in Europe. Um, so in 2019, after attending a book event for Dave Eggers' book, The Monk of Mocha, and realizing how powerful storytelling is in humanizing people, I thought I would write something about the Syrian refugees in an effort to humanize them. And I thought it would just be an essay, but then when I started writing, I just kept writing and writing and writing, and eventually it became a 50,000 word document. And I was actually done writing in a couple of months. But then people think writing the book is the hard part, but actually it's finding a publisher or someone willing to take a chance on you to publish the book. That's the harder part. So in the summer of 2019, I took a course for physicians who want to write books or publish books, and I learned a lot of tips about how to query an agent, how to find an agent. So in the fall of 2019, I started to do that, and I would query 10 to 20 agents at a time by sending an email and describing my book and trying to personalize the message to each agent. And then I would get a lot of rejections, or people wouldn't even answer. And it was a very discouraging and disheartening process, actually. And so after I'd get all these rejections, then I would just kind of table it and say, I'm just a physician. What am I doing? What do I think I'm doing? And I would just table it and kind of put it away for a while. And then something horrendous would happen in Syria, like the use of chemical weapons on civilians or the targeting of a hospital. And so then I would feel the sense of urgency, like, no, I got to do this. And so I would start again, and I would create another set of agents, and then I would get rejected again, and then I'd give up again, and then I just kept going through this cycle. And in the meanwhile, my husband would be in the background being like, "But you already wrote it. You already wrote it. Don't give up. Just keep trying." And so I kept going through this cycle, and then the pandemic hit in 2020. And so then I really tabled the project, because then, as a pediatric infectious diseases physician, I was really focused on how to protect my pediatric patients. I'm also a mother, and I have 4 children at home, and I would focus on trying to keep my kids sane on e-learning and protected. And I was doing a lot with the community in terms of talking about COVID-19 and how to keep ourselves safe and how to keep the community safe. After the lockdown lifted and we were all vaccinated and things kind of went back to business as usual, one of my roommates from college had sent me a link for a Bengali American woman who used to be a publicist in the pharmacy industry, and she pivoted into starting her own publishing agency called Global Bookshelves International. And so I sent her a query thinking, here we go again, she's probably going to reject me too. But within 12 hours, she had set up a Zoom meeting with me. And then we got to publishing the book, and the rest is history, as they say. My book went on to win a lot of awards, including the prestigious Nautilus Award, and I'm just so thankful that I was able to find a publisher to publish it and try to humanize the Syrian story. Um, and So this book, it's not just a book, but it's a genuine and deeply personal account of a mother, myself, who embarked on a mission to provide humanitarian aid to those caught in the throes of war. I take the reader through the highs and lows of my life, from the days of being a wide-eyed medical student to the demanding roles of resident and attending physician in a post 9/11 world. So it's not just about Syrian refugees, but it's about me, myself, being a refugee in the United States, and what that looked like, or what that meant for me in a post 9/11 world, during the initial Trump versus Clinton campaign. Um, and through my storytelling, you'll meet with families who, in the face of unbearable adversity, have left their homeland in search of safety and refuge. But it's not that this book is not just a story, it's actually a challenge. It challenges the way we perceive refugees, urging us to break free from preconceived notions. It invites you, the reader, to see the world through the eyes of those who've endured unimaginable hardships, and in the process reveals the incredible impact that just one person can have on the lives of many. So I hope you like it. And thank you for inviting me to um, offer this book for Arab American Heritage Month.